Remove this little cover. Loosen up these bad boys.
To get the handlebars off.
Take note of the marks.
Yeah, so the marks is just to line up the height of the handlebar, and the tape itself is to make sure it stays centered the way it was.
Just use a normal 6-sided socket. It's quite tight. You can definitely do it with some elbow grease, but we took the easy route. And we screwed this guy out. Not sure if it's meant to have done that.
It kind of locks in this cover, so like now I can rotate the cover and undo it, but I don't understand why that didn't turn with it. But anyway,
so we took this out first and then got the cover off. Wheel off. Loosen this guy. Take this guy out. You're gonna need some big torques. Disconnect caliper, ABS line.
there it is.
Pull it down. Took this cover off to get to the hooter. Disconnect the hooter. Then the whole thing came off. And this is what we are looking at.
Bearings look alright, but the races you can actually see the vertical lines.
Yes. A little bit of wear in there.
Yeah.
How did we get this off, you may ask?
With a hammer.
A hammer and this thing.
Well, and a punch, but I don't have a long enough punch. So I'm using a sacrificial extension. I'm going to knock.
Stick it in there.
Out the same way now. From the bottom up. Did you catch it there so it doesn't smash the tank? Or where the tank would be.
Yeah.
I'm worried we have to damage them to get it out. But maybe we can, sort of just knock it flat again and reuse.
To get the bottom bearing out, you just get to this point. And I'm going to make this part of the video very short, but make no doubt this is not easy. Well, we're assuming. Yeah.
What the hell?
Take it back. It's pretty easy.
What the hell? You push like that until it starts popping out the top. So you just keep on working it, because then it's all the way.
Okay, so these dust covers, they get a bit bashed up getting it out, but
So actually sacrificial.
sacrificial, but Raoul brought them back to life, just banged them straight. Now we're going to put the bearings back in place.
That is the arm, half of the arm of my car jack. Or I jack cars up. Ended up being the exact right diameter
To knock the bearing
to
in.
slip over the
Thing.
steering axle, I guess.
And knock it down.
Knock the bearing down.
So that's the lower bearing.
Be very careful not to hit the inside. And make sure it goes in straight. It doesn't jam up on you.
So on the bottom, we've used the old race.
Old race to knock in the new race. You must make sure it's seated.
So a quick tip, just make sure you put this plastic cover above the hooter on before you put the forks in. The manual dictates, what, tightening this to
25 newtons.
25 Newton meters.
But it's sort of a hand grip scenario, so we don't have the tool that can grip on this. So we
We ended up using a punch in these little holes and just knocked them.
to as tight as we can get. And then apparently go left and right,
Lock to lock.
and then undo by 60 degrees.
Yes, then go back 60 degrees.
So we're going to go as tight as we can.
So yeah, manual dictates 25 Newton meters Tyson, lock left, lock right, and then slack off 60 degrees. And that should give you the correct tightness, but we don't have that tool, so we're improvising. So 25 newton meters and then slack 60 degrees, or if you want to measure it, like 4 centimeters along the circumference. So let's say you have make a mark here, made a mark here,
10 thumbs.
you'll loosen it 4 centimeters across, and that should be the correct tightness apparently, according to the manual.
Leave it there for now.
So we've just moved,
loosen up a lot.
we've moved this guy from here to here. So once you think you've tightened it, or loosened it correctly rather, you can give it a test.
It kind of you want it to flop to a side. See, like you touch it and then it just falls.
And there's a little bit of friction, yeah.
A little bit, and then you just want to rock it back and forth to see if there's any play. There must be no play, and there's no play.
Perfect. And we pop that guy
I'm gonna take it to full on the stop.
back in there. And that's 60 newton meters.
65.
65, sorry. This guy's also 65, which goes...
Not yet. So now
Not yet.
we can put the top clamp on.
Thank goodness I have you here.
Otherwise you'd be doing triple jobs.
And that's what happens most of the time.
Yeah, me too. And that guy. $65 before it came off.
And we're just popping, well, these guys back on. 21 newton meters, by the way.